Good evening and welcome. I am the director, and those were two of my musicians of accomplishment, Carly DeFranco and Catherine Riddle, along with A.J. Welch on the piano. My name is Nancy Jo Snyder, and I am very, very proud to be the director of the American University Music Program. The wonderful performers you just heard are members of an elite group of musicians hand-selected by me called the Director's Musicians of Accomplishment, or DMAs for short. These musicians, all graduates or soon to graduate, are music majors from American, each exhibiting the very special qualities I look for in excellent musicians. A little over a year ago, as a way to celebrate this excellence and have it serve as a model and inspiration for us all, I decided to honor a select few from among our best students to serve as DMAs. The criteria is that they possess exceptional musicianship, scholarship, and leadership. The opening scene you just enjoyed is Mozart's famous duet, Sul Aria, from The Marriage of Figaro, sung by Carly DeFranco as the Countess and Catherine Riddle as Susanna. Our wonderful pianist is Andrew, or A.J. Welch, from Bristol, Connecticut. A.J. is a 2011 graduate of our music program. Had there been a group of DMAs when he was with us, he certainly would have been at the very, very top of my list. It is a great joy to have him share his very special artistry and collaborative skill with our soloists this evening. Our next set features Catherine again, but as a soloist this time. Obviously, Catherine is a soprano. She's from Annapolis, Maryland. Her first selection will be What Good Would the Moon Be from Kurt Weill's Street Scene. Weill's music synthesizes the European opera tradition with that of American musical theater. Following, she and A.J. will perform My Grandmother's Love Letters from Mari Yeston's song cycle, December Songs, which is a retelling of Schubert's Wanderreise. The song cycle depicts a broken-hearted young woman wandering a snow-covered Central Park. Catherine's final selection, The Beauty Is, from Adam Gutel's The Light in the Piazza, tells the story of Clara, a young girl who spends a summer in Italy exploring her own dreams and desires.
Broadway stars and fur coats cost a fortune
Thank you, Catherine and AJ. Our next performer, Allison, or Allie Martin, is a violinist from Bowie, Maryland. Allie will be performing the last two movements of Maurice Ravel's Violin Sonata No. 2. This piece, written over a period of years between 1923 and 1927, was Ravel's last chamber work. The second movement, the most famous of the three, is a blues-inspired movement where you can listen for the crooning of the opening violin theme and the pizzicato imitation of a banjo. The final movement is an exhilarating perpetual motion and employs themes found previously in the work. This piece is the combination of two worlds, French Impressionism and American blues. Exhilarating indeed. Thank you, Ali and AJ. The next piece will be performed by Helen West. Helen is a saxophonist from Sitka, Alaska, and she will be performing a piece for unaccompanied saxophone by Ryo Noda. Noda is a celebrated contemporary saxophonist and composer. His improvisations for saxophone are all based on music for shakuhachi flute, the traditional Japanese bamboo flute. Thank you, Helen. Carly DeFranco, soprano, from Rush, New York, will perform Rush Hour from the Diurnal Cycle by American University professor Matthew Heap. The lyrics for Rush Hour were conceived while Dr. Heap was sitting in stopped traffic on the M25 near London. In his words, "The juxtaposition of the snarling roadway with the peaceful green scenery was quite inspiring. In the music, which followed much later, I tried to capture those two competing images in sound, with smooth lines portraying the hills and vales, and spiky lines representing the stop and go traffic and the inevitable anger that comes with it." Close quote. The text settings of Charles Ives' set of 3 songs, Ann Street, Down East, and He Is There, are taken from newspaper clippings, self-written poetry, and borrowed war tunes. The eccentricities of his unusual musical language serve as the perfect complement.
Gnashing my front teeth together, stopped by the jerk in the red sea. Cut me off, hey pal, why don't you look where you're going, jerk? It didn't used to be like this, the roaring highways, the smoke, like demons from hell always rising from cities that smell like exhausted cities. Once upon a time there was countryside. Once upon a time there were rivers that flowed through the valleys that grew with the scent of the trees that flourished there. Once before cities that sprawled like the tendrils of man-eating plants in the jungles, cut down to make fuel for the cars that are making me mad. Hey, look at that! What a nerve that guy has! Could have caused an accident, then I'd be late for work. Look, it's not like this lane is moving any faster than yours, bozo. So you might get to work 10 seconds earlier to sit on your butt. It didn't used to be like this. Barrels of oil and steam. Once there were hills not a bypass. Once there were dales not the I-95. Once there were lilies that grew on the ground that was hewn by the glaciers that spread over years across the landscape. Once there was hope of a green verdant place before pavement that hashes the land into lanes of internal combustion, momentums that reek with despair and with carbon monoxide. Poisoning the water, poisoning the land, poisoning the children, poisoning life. When will this rain sit down? Well, I've been contemplating the conundrum that faces the world. You've changed lanes 5 times and we go 20 feet. Get off the road, jerk. All of you, get off the road. Get off the road, get off but business with feet. Nassau crosses Ann Street. Sun just hits Ann Street, then it quits some greet. Rather short Ann Street. Visions of my homeland come with strains of childhood, come with tunes we sang in school days, and with songs from mother's heart. Way down east in a village by the sea stands an old red farmhouse that watches o'er the lea. All that is best in me, lying deep in memory, draws my heart where I would be, nearer to me. Every Sunday morning when the chores were almost done, from that little parlor sounds the old melodeon. Nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee, with those strains of stronger hope, come. Nearer to me. 15 years ago today, a little Yankee boy marched beside his granddaddy in the Decoration Day parade. A village band would play those old war tunes, and the GAR would shout, "Hip, hip, hooray," is all he'll say when they're marching to the old campground. That boy has sailed o'er the ocean. He is there, he is there, he is there. He's fighting for the right, but when it comes to might, he is there, he is there, he is there. As the Allies beat up all the warlords, he'll be there, and then the world will shout the battle cry of freedom, tenting on a new campground. when it's do or die. And our Yankee boy does his bit that we may live in a world where all may have a say. He's conscious always of his country's aim, which is liberty for all. Hip, hip, hooray is all he'll say as he marches toward the Flanders front. That boy has sailed o'er the ocean. Hooray! He's there, he's there, he's there. He's fighting for the right, but when it comes to might, he is there, he is there, he is there. As the Allies beat up all the warlords, he'll be there, and then the world will shout a bitter cry of freedom, tenting on a new campground, tenting tonight, tenting on a new campground. For it's rally round the flag, boys, and rally once again, shouting the battle cry of freedom.
Well, thank you, Carly, and thank you, AJ. And thank all of you for joining us for this evening's performance. We hope that you have enjoyed hearing it as much as we have enjoyed sharing it with you. Thanks to all of our colleagues, students, teachers, particularly the applied music teachers for these fine students, and all of our friends from American University, with special thanks to Stacy Meter and Emily Schmidt. Thanks also to the Kennedy Center, Millennium stage staff and crew for providing us with this wonderful opportunity and for doing such a fine job. We will conclude with a piece by one of our performers, Helen West. The group will be joined by 2012 music alum and honorary DMA, Kevin Eichenberg, who is a percussionist from Ellicott City, Maryland. Helen's piece is titled Kushnaku, meaning bear in the native Alaskan Tlingit language. It tells the story of the death of a young male bear, which occurred several years ago in Helen's hometown, which you'll remember is Sitka, Alaska. Kushnaku is a musical reaction to the clash of humans and nature that is sometimes organically connected and at other times in violent opposition. Please welcome to the stage Catherine Riddle, Allison Martin, Carly DeFranco, Helen West, and Kevin Eichenberg. Thank you very much.
Now, there are some things we all know, but we don't take them out and look at them very often. We all know that something is eternal, and it ain't houses, and it ain't names, and it ain't earth, and it ain't even the stars. Everybody knows in their bones that something is eternal, and that something has to do with human beings. There's something way down deep that's eternal about every human being.
Matthew Heap, are you in the audience? Composer Matthew Heap, are you here? I forgot to mention you before. If you could stand, please, and let us congratulate you on a beautiful piece. And now I think we need to invite AJ onto the stage and give a very, very, very warm round of applause for these wonderful artists. Thank you again for coming. Good night.